is a God folder on your C drive into which
Right.
all the other unzipped things get copied into. You don't actually unzip in the, I mean, you don't put the zip files into the God engine,
No.
the
Right.
God engine folder.
Right.
You can put you can create another folder and put it into the God folder if you want, which says God zip files if you want to store it in.
Yeah, yeah.
the,
Okay,
yeah.
if you want to
But that's
store it
just
in
a
there.
separate folder. Right. Exactly.
But basically everybody that's set up like for the future has a C drive, and there's a folder on the C drive called GODD, and into that folder everything goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
And when you
so that will
drag,
just take me some time to actually do that.
There it is, Christian.
excellent.
Yeah,
See, driver C, PC, local drive C, local disk
Yeah.
drive C, God, right?
Right.
If I
you're
if I
breaking up.
click-
You broke up there, but that's okay. I
yeah,
see it.
you see it, right?
Right.
Okay, so the first step is create God folder.
Yeah. So make a God folder, GODD, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, either extract it or unextracted, but unextracted would be better. Go ahead and extract all those 5 files one at a time, starting with prime, as is suggested, and take those files and drop them in here.
Very cool.
Now
Yeah, well,
somehow by magic they end up in the when you just drag them over, they end up in the proper place. Like models end up in models, and
Yep,
music ends up
exactly.
in music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that because it happens subconsciously in the
Beautiful.
computer.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And,
We can rest assured about that one. Thank you.
Okay, good. So
So good. So
that's
the only
that's
thing,
some-
Christian, if
Yeah?
I may say, the one thing that was counterintuitive for me and that I really needed to read the instructions for was the music, the extra music files, right? 2, 3, and 4, right?
Mhm.
Those,
Yeah.
as you'll notice here, if I go and if you start to
go in the
understand,
sound
this is
files, yeah.
sound, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Music, right? You'll notice it's a music subfolder, sound effect and music. If I click on music and open it, you don't see music 2, music 3, music 4 folders. No. Then you take the files that are in those folders, 2, 3, and 4, and place them in the music folder.
Okay.
So for example, if I can do it here without messing things up too much, where's my saved stuff? God stuff. No.
All I have in my music folder are files 1 through 20.
That's right.
MP3.
Instead of subfolder music 2, music 3, music 4.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have them.
It
in my
automatically will
backup
kind of
stuff here.
get installed in there.
No, I don't remember where I put them.
Okay. Well, Freddie, do you
Cool.
want to open up a?
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on, let me stop the share of this. I'm going to do an illegal thing here and share my screen totally. Ready? Here we go.
And I am recording this, so
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be very careful to.
right. But also, we can if anybody wants to reference questions or anything, we can work on that.
All right. So sorry, I have. It's in God stuff. I don't follow me here. I'm working in a different way, but people want to know. So ready? Here's the engine. So let's open up. Well,
Okay.
actually, what I like to do, and something you may find better for your process too, is these old and new and sort of old engine files are here, right?
Okay.
because I
Right,
save
see
stuff.
'em.
But I think for me, and I'm going to show you what works best for me, is I have a shortcut on my desktop, so I don't have to continually go into File Explorer and find it. So I'm working with these two versions of the engine. So I'm going to open
Okay.
up copy one.
And we can go over that at some point, how to
What do you mean by
a-
two versions of the engine?
Don't worry about it. We're not there yet.
He's just doing it his way for now.
Okay.
we
I'm
can
gonna open
do
up
how to
5,
create
which
a
is-
shortcut at some point too.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a practice room. See, I name it PHR. That's me. Room. So these are practices of mine. I'm already, you know, making so many errors that I need to start a new orb. All right. So I'm going to open. And this is if you follow Gorby's secrets. This is what you're going to end up making. If you follow the steps in Gorby's secrets that you can buy on Etsy, these are basically his instructions come to life.
Nice.
And then we'll so here we go. So I'm going to open up my editor, Alt E, right? So I guess the question is, what is it that you want to know?
Well, I have my first question is why we're here and not in the one that we all have. Is it not better to learn from the one that we all can see the same things?
Sure, why not?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we double click on the WGGE and then we do solo, and that gives a drop down. And if we browse the drop down, it's going to show us the different orbs that we've downloaded.
There you go.
In the lava again.
Woo! Is that loud enough?
That's why I'm turning everything down.
Okay, so this is what is this called? I don't see.
This is the God Wars, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
This is what
a-
you meant, right, Paula? This is what you wanted, right?
yeah, or the maze one, but I think AJ is really pushing on this one lately. So
Yeah.
And
it's
what's the name of it again?
God Wars.
Okay. So
All
That's
right.
on, is that on Etsy for download as well?
Yeah, I
It
don't have
is.
that one.
Yeah.
I don't have it yet. So God Wars. Okay.
yes, I'll find the exact name on Etsy.
Okay, so that's the one we're supposed to download. Like, okay. I never go to these things anymore. I don't have the time, so I'm completely out of the loop. Okay.
So next, we're in a common orb. What do you want to know? Alt E.
Yes, that starting at Alt E, and how would we go about even starting to think about creating a room?
Well, see, that's why I was in the
Oh.
other orb, because you can't create a room here. I mean, you could, I guess, but
Well, just one
Are we
question.
supposed to change his orb that he made, or are we supposed to
that's
start
why I
up?
was avoiding going here.
Oh,
Well, you
Oh.
you can do anything here, can't you? You can take down walls. You can
Yeah, you
change
could.
pathways.
Yep, you can do it a whole.
I would suggest that
remake.
you copy it first before you mess
Yeah,
around. in
I've
what
already
he
got all
did.
that handled.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
one thing I
don't
was
worry.
trying to do,
okay. Okay.
I was able to, like, if you go out toward the bridge, you see the gaps out there. You just go out to the bridge. Okay, and basically when you get to those two areas where you see the gaps, okay, just stop there. Okay, now I was able to bring out the walls to meet the bridge and just mess around and stuff like that. But I wanted to actually take a piece of floor and make it go to the other side. And I didn't know if you do that in walls, or if you do that in domain, or if the changing the 128 makes the difference. Can you show how you would just extend the wall? I mean, to extend the floor?
All right.
Can you start with the easier part of moving a wall first, Fred?
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So remember, I don't know what you see because I don't see you. I just see my screen, the game in front of me. So I don't
Well,
know.
can I
But
can
good.
I
So, go ahead.
ask one thing? Today, Claude showed that if you go to desktop on your computer and then leave the share and then go back, you can share it so it's full screen. Does that make any sense?
Not really, but
Okay.
I was there, but
You know,
It
you
was
can
like first
extend
you
your
do
share
Control
folder.
D.
You can make it full screen with that line that you can move in Zoom. I mean, I'm already full screen with it.
What Grant was saying is something that Claude showed, to have the editor in like bigger than what
Bigger.
it is now.
Oh,
And for
right.
that, what you do is with your open, like as you have, Fred, you click Control D, and then that somehow does something, minimizes, yeah, the window, the orb window. So then you can come back and make it the editor big or something. I'm missing a part here, but I know the
Yeah,
first
I
part
think
was
when you
Control
do
D.
the second share, when you leave and reshare, you click on just the desktop and it makes it full screen. You know what I mean?
okay. I will give it a shot.
All right.
One moment, please.
When I
Yes.
start mine, I don't see a lady like an avatar there, but the rest of it works. But I don't know why my avatar doesn't show up.
If you don't see your avatar, it could be that you didn't paste the model there. I mean, that there was some file that was missing when you were moving them to a God folder.
You probably didn't do the, I think it's the WGN2 file correctly.
Hans, your mic is off.
What?
If you were talking, I saw your mouth moving if you were trying to say something. Okay,
No.
Okay.
okay.
Please, anybody feel free,
Thanks.
Kathleen, question, because I remember Kevin had the same problem at the very beginning, right? And
Yeah, it wound up being I think it's the WGM2 folder.
WGM2 folder to make sure
didn't
that
get
that's
in there.
been copied over, right? That's been actually moved into the unzipped.
Yeah, basically just
God
moved right
folder.
into the God folder.
Yeah,
Freddie, how's that? You know, this is so good because I'm realizing there's a commonality of problems and stuff. It's really good that we just go through these. Anybody that's having any other issues, but I went in and I don't even really know how to move a wall, so that would be so cool to just be able to see that.
I
mean-
would, you know, it's like instead of messing with his orb,
Right?
I don't know if there is a house orb yet where you create your first house or room, where you like
So-
bring up the editor and then you make the first wall and you connect it to another wall and you connect it to another wall and another wall. And first you have to put yourself in, and then you look at what you did, you know, and so to me, that would be a way to start, because it becomes very quickly very complicated to even manipulate an orb that he made, because there's already so much stuff in there.
Okay.
That's just my suggestion.
That's where I was headed.
That's a
Christian.
great question. That is
Has
really,
anyone read the manual?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so is this stuff in the manual, like what the domain is, what the color is, you know, Control C, Control D? Is any of that stuff in there?
Yeah.
He expects that you know some stuff maybe.
Yeah.
that you don't know yet.
Yeah.
So
It
somebody
kinda
off the street,
starts-
could they use it? Or
No.
do they have to? Okay.
No.
This is not necessarily thought for someone off the street, I think.
Well, if somebody's on
All right.
Etsy, they could be doing
Well,
it. And then if they can't use it, then
Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
yeah,
Well-
yeah, but in the sense that he put it there for making available for us, but it doesn't mean that he's necessarily caring about new people, strangers learning about this.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we have a question before we go
Yeah.
down that road together. If we want to make use of the last time we have here,
Yeah.
would
This
it be
goes-
more
this goes
useful?
till
We
11,
can take a
right?
vote. We can take a vote and decide whether we want to mess around with EJ's orb or we want to just make a wall in a room and get started. What do people want to do?
Well, can I ask the question, is there any way that we can do the wall in the room with the things that are being supplied through Etsy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what
Sure.
I'd like. So I
Yeah.
vote for wall in a room.
'Cause
out
you have the
very
editor.
Basic.
All right, watch. So here's what you
Is
do.
everybody good with
I
that?
don't know that we're missing a step on me maybe to make the editor so large. So be patient with me because I wasn't in a position to pay attention and we seem to be missing a step from the group think. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen. It's going to seem scary, but it'll be fine. So you open up your WGGE like I had done before. We're going to go into the God Wars orb. Please brace your ears so I have to turn all the sound off again. Watch. 1 second.
In the lava again.
All right, so sound off, talk off, sound off, music off, out. Now watch. I'm going to go to the editor. The first thing I'm going to do, if you look at your manual, I'm not going to go grab mine right now. The first thing you're going to want to do in order to leave this world and create a new world is you're going to click new. And this is a very scary phrase. You're about to erase your beautiful orb. Are you sure? I'm sure. Goodbye.
you want to clear the orb? What does that mean?
Don't worry about what it's gone. It's by. It's gone. We are now in the void with nothing. There's nothing in this realm.
Yay. And now let's give it a name.
Well, no, well, sure. Let's call it.
The
We're going to
void.
click in and it turns white. Notice it turns white. You hit delete. Don't hit backspace. Just hit delete. And I'm going to name it like Monday.
Oh, one.
I'll just Monday Fools.
Monday Fools.
Yeah, like good. Ready?
Okay.
So here we go. I have
And
named
then-
the orb Monday Fools and I'm going to save it.
Okay.
Please save
maximum-
a lot.
You have a maximum of 8 letters you can use.
Yes,
Okay,
8.
so
That's
you have to
it.
put in,
8.
you have to put a view in, it said?
Well, no, yeah, we're getting there. I was just being silly and saving it. Ready? Here we go. Watch. I'm going to either use this mechanical arrow pointing to the right, or I'm going to use my fingers and switch with the up and down, right and left arrows on my keyboard. I'm
And
going to
what
use
I-
my, watch. I'm going to use it so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Domain, yay. Oh, look, it's already struggling. Oh man, we don't see the whole thing. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do a new orb. Yes, goodbye. And I'm going to go domain. Oh, wow, look. See, this is why I don't like this engine. There we go. General, mesh. Why are we not getting any writing here?
You're at point.
Yeah, but you don't see anything. And I see how the domain is all blacked out here.
Well, I
Uh,
don't think, don't you have to put a view in before you
No,
can
that's
do anything?
no. You're jumping way ahead, Christian. You're
Okay,
jumping way
okay.
ahead. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah,
All right,
just-
sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to something. I'm gonna go to one of my own where this engine isn't very
How
stable
about,
on mine.
Freddie, can you try like the Maze Builder one? Not the Maze Builder, but the first one that he sent, the Artist Maze Builder.
I don't know if I have. I might have that one. I don't know. Hold on.
Sorry, because I think we might all have that too.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you're going to erase whatever you're going to do.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter. Okay.
Doesn't
gotcha.
matter because whatever one you enter, you're going to
Okay.
erase. So I'm
Thank
going to go into
you.
one of my own
Got
where I
it.
know the engine is stable. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go new. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to name.
Hold on. You're ahead of us. Okay. So we're.
I'm just repeating what I did before.
Okay.
So I'm creating Monday Fool, right? Enter. Good. And I'm going to go to General. Oh, it's doing it again. How weird. I'm totally useless.
You're on general. We can see everything
I know,
on
but
general.
I can't see the screen. There's something that's not being shown. So what? Oh, here. All right. Let's just go over here. I'm going to create a new domain here on my own.
I see the
Okay.
screen. We see the editor screen now.
Yeah.
Let's try general
All right.
again.
Yeah.
Domain.
All right. So, what a disaster. All right. New. Yes. No name. Here we go. But see what's happening? When I create a new wall, do you see how the information is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things
Uh-huh.
aren't filling in.
That's
Yeah.
bizarre.
You missed something there.
Yeah, there must be a step missing somewhere.
Hmm.
Either
So,
that, because it's the same engine and the same computer operating system, so it should still work.
so here we are in domain 0, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to turn on my grid with the G button. G, no grid, G grid. And I'm
Right.
going to create a new domain. So I'm going to hit insert. Well, I'll do it here. Add so you can see. I'm going to add a domain. Do you see it's domain 8? 8 of 8.
Yeah.
Correct. Right? So the next thing I need to do is I'm going to click here and we see wall, right? Is the
Okay.
light
You're in
good?
domain 8 right now, right?
I'm waiting for you to tell me you see.
Looks like
wall.
domains wall 031.
Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here into the editor. I'm going to right click. Sorry, left click. And do you see I'm drawing a line?
Yes.
Think counterclockwise. I'll explain why in a moment. Right? There's wall 32. I drop it. I click again in this corner and I draw down again. Click. Now I have 2 walls. Cool?
Yeah.
Now I click again and I go counterclockwise and I pause again underneath and then I keep going and I connect. But see, I made an error. See how I still have hold of this? Do you see this little tail? I'm just going to
Okay.
click and hit delete.
Okay.
Now I
There you
have
go.
4. Cool?
Why are you saying when you said clockwise and counterclockwise, to me, it looked the opposite.
Very good, Ray. Here's what I want to, do you see here? Do you see these little lines here? This blue line, do you see it?
Mhm. Yeah.
You see it pointing inside
The little
my
line, yeah.
square.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you see this one pointing inside the square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super important. Super important. Make sure that your boxes or squares or walls is the proper way, have this little line nod. If this is pointing outside the box, your orb won't work.
Mm.
Good?
Okay. Yeah.
Super important. Now, here's
Okay.
the next super important. Ready? This wall, these 4 walls, do you see here? Effect parameter 0.1, 0.2, front, back.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Because I made this in domain number 8, do you see the front of it is 0, right? This is connected to the domain. I need to change it to my new domain, 8.
Okay. And
Right.
what about the back? What are you doing with
All
that?
of them. I'm going to change them all now again. I'm going this way on purpose because now I'm going to do the turquoise blue and click. Notice front 0. No, no, no. It needs to be 8. Delete 8. Enter. Here.
Is that a
Highlighted
left
in the
click?
turquoise.
That's a left
8.
click.
I would guess so. Yeah, probably so.
Okay.
No, right click, Grant.
Right click.
Or you're right clicking for, what happens if you did click left?
You'll
Oh,
make
boy.
a new wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine. It doesn't matter. Just delete it. It's okay. It happens all the time. All right. So
Oh
let's
my
check.
God. And I'm going to have to
8,
do this on the laptop.
8, 8, 8. We're cool.
All
Good.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, next fun part, which may or may not work because we don't need to know why, but I have things written down just in case. Cool? Here we go. Your wall at this point, I have wallpaper 10. WPAP 10. Do you see it?
Yes.
W mid
yeah.
texture. Don't worry about top textures and bottom textures yet. It's coming. For now, mid texture is the only thing you need to concern yourself with. Good?
Yeah.
Wallpap 10. That's this crazy looking blue box, these blue squares, right? All right. I'm going to show you this. I may regret it. If you click in this box, this is the creative part, and I like the creative part too. So let's not just be all engineers. Let's be artist engineers. Delete. Ah! I have no texture now. Ah! Do you see this here? Here it is.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
But
go.
okay.
I'll tell you right now, that was why I didn't want to do that. All right. So I'm going to just change one of the textures here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to change it to...
So how did you pull up that menu
WSPL40.
again? You deleted the texture.
WSPL40. All right.
Oh,
I
so you
just
have to you have to know it by heart what to put
No,
in?
no, it does. You don't have to know it by heart. You should be able to just simply. I'll show you again. We're going to escape the menu for a moment. Ready? Watch. Alt E. Here we are. Here's our wallpaper 10, front 8, wallpaper 10, wallpaper 10, wallpaper 10. Ah, there it is. It saved it. You see how I typed in a texture I already know, WSPL40. All right.
Okay.
And then I go over to this one. So we have 3 that are wallpaper 10, WPAP 10, and 1 that I changed by hand by typing in this particular texture.
What was the point of changing it?
Just to show you you can.
Oh, okay.
All right, just for fun, right?
Okay.
Now, we're not done yet. We need to go back to domain, and I'm going to left arrow back to domain, and I'm going to go previous. Now we're in domain 8. See it here?
Mm-hmm.
If I were to go up and down arrows, there's domain 7, domain 6, domain 5, domain 4.
So you changed the front to 8 because the domain was 8.
Yes. If you'll notice, all of, I can show you if you want, but each of these domains, the walls are assigned to that domain. Cool. Now here, we're in domain 8. You have other creative choices here.
That top line doesn't have that little arrow going inward. So what does that mean? Like the other 3 walls have that little red line going inward that's in the center. You know, that just goes one digit. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
In the
Say again,
in the large dark red box domain, you have those little lines that are in the center, on the walls, in the center, those little tiny, like speck of a line. There's 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you said you have, if they're on the outside, you can't see it,
It
but if
won't
they're
work.
on the,
So
It's a double wall. It's part of a second domain. So I think that might be a more advanced
Here-
thing.
Here it is.
Maybe we
Here it
can-
is, Ray.
yeah.
There's one tiny one here and one tiny one here.
Oh, there are? I can barely
They're
see
very.
those.
I know
Yeah.
it's an unfortunate. I have to pay closer attention when Claude goes over how to make the.
Okay,
Right. So you see, there are these little lines here. They're just super tiny, Ray. Good
okay.
seeing though. By the way.
okay.
So here, when we go back here to this one, I highlighted this one, 8. Here are your choices. How high do you want it to be? And what were the numbers that Claude wants us to have in our bones? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1028.
Yeah, except he also said don't ever make anything less than 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. So notice here the height of the ceiling is 256.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 256 pixels, we'll say, high. The floor is 0 because it's on the floor, correct?
And
Okay,
that's where, Kevin, you can change the floor height. If you change
That is it. Very
the
good,
whole
Christian.
floor comes up. And they
That's
did same
right.
thing with the, yeah, anyway.
That's
Cool.
right on. Thank you. Now, you can choose textures also for the ceiling. I have marble 19 on my ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have wood 103A on the floor.
Where do you get
Cool.
these texture? You can
All
load
right, let's see.
textures
Let's
from,
hope it doesn't work. Let's hope it works. 1 second. What I'm going to do to change the ceiling texture is you can change the wall textures this way, the floor textures this way, and the ceiling textures this way, right? You'll see that in the walls. Let's go over to walls just so you see. Here it is in walls, right? Here's your textures, text. The domains or regions also have textures, a ceiling texture and a floor texture, because a domain doesn't have walls until you add the walls here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So domains, think high and low, top and bottom, ceiling and floor. Walls are to the right, left, forward, and back of us. Cool?
Yeah.
Now let's see if it works, Ray. Cross your fingers, everyone. I'm going to click into ceiling.
Click means
texture.
left click or right click.
If I left click, do you see how it highlights? This is left
Yeah.
click. Good.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit delete. Bye. Ceiling texture for the moment is gone. And I'm going to right click in this empty window, this empty box. Sorry. Ready? Ah, fuck, it didn't work.
I know.
But you see how you get these textures here?
Yeah.
But it's unfortunately, this is a workaround I talked about on Saturday. This is what's happening in my world. This click into the box here thing is see how it's improper. We only see half of it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
Can't-
bad. If that
can't-
happens, get out.
You can't drag
Why?
that. You can't drag it at all.
No,
Okay.
it's insufferable.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean half of it? I saw a complete box.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of stuff on the bottom you're not seeing.
After Ameth,
Uh-huh.
there's more below that.
Yeah. So what I'm
So-
going to do is I'm going to get out of the engine. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to this is one way to work around. Just go back in.
Did you?
Right.
You didn't have to save anything, or?
No, I didn't save anything because I saved it before. Sorry, I should have
Okay.
told you. Right. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to highlight this box. I'm going to, with the left mouse button, I'm going to right click, and you see how this is what's frustrating. It did it
Yeah.
again. Right? So I'm going to get out, close. I'm going to escape. Yes, thank you. Right?
How
I'm
frustrating.
going to try one more time. back in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to escape this. Yes to touch. So be ready for this. It's probably good this is happening. Be ready. This is the world we're in. It's not perfect. And I'm going to go, it isn't. And there's going to be frustrations. Like I've been building and I have to do this quite frequently, you know, solo, Fred Orb 5. Okay, here we go. There we are. I'm going to go back into the editor, Alt E. Oh, good. It saved everything. Nice, right? So I'm going to again go to
So the editor, you can, is it Control E or what's the command for that?
Alt E. Sorry, I went too fast. Thank you for that. Alt E.
Alt E. Okay.
Good catch.
See, I'm in domain 0, right? Cool. Just
Yeah.
so you see and repeat this. So I'm going to go back to domain. I'm going to leave it in domain 0 and show you. Do you see how wall 0 is also its front? I mean, it's in domain 0, so its front is 0.
What
Just
does
to
front,
repeat.
what's front mean then? So,
That's what's facing. That's the insides of these walls we're seeing, Ray.
hmm.
So domain
Oh,
0,
I see.
the walls
Okay.
for domain 0 are noted and tell the engine through this number here. But here we go. Let's go back here. I just wanted to show. So I'm going to go back to 8.
So Fred, I
Yes.
need to go, but I would like you to put yourself into that new thing you made and tell us how we can look at it.
Right. That was also a
All right,
question.
ready?
How
We're
do
going
we
to do it
see-
again. Let's hope it works. You mean you want to see the texture window, right?
We wanna
No,
see
I want to
how-
see you putting your view, yourself, your avatar.
Ah,
into
okay. You
your
want to
new
see me
domain.
put a
into your
person
new-
in.
into your
Ready?
new domain,
Here we
and
go.
then
View.
go.
Ready?
Ready?
Very good. Do you see view?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a new player. Here.
How?
There I am.
Click. Was your left click or right?
Left click.
Okay.
Good. I'm going to go here.
Okay, so now how do you view it? Now that you have two players, how
Actually,
do you know?
don't listen
Oh.
to me.
have
Don't
to
listen
stay-
to me. I did it wrong. Don't listen to me. Ready?
What?
Yes.
Did you say something? Oh,
Now, hold on. Don't listen to me. I'm going to do it again. Don't listen to me. Delete. All right. So first you want to go to object. Ready?
Okay, object.
Object. I am going to click here and I'm going to put a player in. Do you see effect? O play. O
Okay.
play.
see it.
O play. Make sure your object. So I'm going to drop an O play in here, which is the player, right? There I
click.
am. But what happened up here? See how it
No
says
name.
no name? Get
Mhm.
rid of that. Type in O play.
Okay.
Now, here's what you have to do. I don't know why. Don't ask me theory. You have to go past view over back to general. Don't ask me why. If you just stop at this moment now, say, "Oh, cool, I made an O player. I'm ready to go." No, you're not. Don't ask me why. You'll have to go skip past view, Windows shop past view, don't do anything, and just go back to general. Now it's cool. Ready?
Now you save
Okay,
it.
and now how are you gonna go in there rather than up there?
Now I'm going to erase that guy up there just for the fun of it so we don't get confused. But I am going to save. I advise you, suggest, encourage to save often. Load. All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to kill this object player one so we don't drop in here. So this one's going to go goodbye. Yes.
O play must be object 0. Okay. Oh.
So ready? We're going to...
You're still there.
Yeah, I know. I got to get rid of it here. O play. Delete. It has to be object 0. So let's get rid of this one. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. I can just drag it. Sorry, I can
Oh,
just put her
wow.
here.
Oh.
How dumb am I? See, this is what's great. Live TV, folks. Right?
Okay, so that's
Now
how we do
we're,
it.
we're thinking you're a wizard. You're not. That was cool.
Okay, I definitely need to go. I'm overdue.
All right.
And so next
Cool.
time, I would like us to make a room and then How do we get that
Wonderful.
player in there to begin
Hold,
with?
hold on, we just made a room. Christian, hang on 10 seconds. Ready?
We're gonna
I'm
go
Yeah,
gonna
but you
look at
save.
it.
drag your old player. You didn't make
Okay,
any
watch
new
this.
one.
We're ending.
Okay, we're
ending.
loading now.
Get the last of it.
We're gonna look at it.
Ready? We're gonna go in. We're gonna save again, load, and then Alt E to close the menu.
Okay.
Oh, the whole thing crashed. Hold on,
That's
hold
also
on, hold
that
on.
is also in case anybody was wondering.
That's
it's also
this
a
is
very
normal.
common
This is
occurrence.
all normal. If this isn't
I
happening, if
remember
you
it
don't
well.
have these errors, then you aren't playing. You're not work. Then you're not a blue liner. Hold on. Let's
Okay.
see. It should work. It should work. There. Look. There's our box. We're inside the box that we
I
just
don't know. I'm
made.
still seeing the
Okay,
loading.
now we see the
so that's
box.
the box. That's the new box.
This is the new
Yay,
box.
that's the new
Oh.
box.
Where's the character? Where's the player?
Very
We
nice.
are the character. There is no model for this character when you're blue lining. That's
No,
something
you
I
you are
don't know
you are
about
it.
yet.
It's a
It's a
first
first person
view.
point of view.
So there's
Okay.
that extra wall, that new.
There's the
new-
wall that I typed in.
Yeah.
There's the 3 that I kept from the other orb, right?
Okay,
And
it
here we are
carries
sort of
over into
locked
the
in a
new ones.
box.
The floor and ceiling carry over.
Okay,
from
very
Yeah.
cool.
When you went back to general to save again, was that an important step?
I just do it out of habit, Kevin. For me, it's save, 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 save.
Okay.
Because as you'll see on my computer, I don't know your experiences because some people are on Apples with parallel systems, some people are on laptops, some people are on desktops, and for me, in my experience, it's the engine is stable enough for me to have loads of fun, but not stable enough for me to not have workarounds. Like it's kind of cool that you saw how I have to work, right? So it's probably specific to the way my laptop is set up, but it's also just part of how I work in this engine is I have to deal with these. Let's see if it works with these troubles, breaks, right? So let's see what happens. I'm going to click back in here. Remember I was trying to do this, right? Ceiling texture, left click in the ceiling texture box. No, let's go down to domain 8. Hold on. So we can change it on this one. Good. Marble 8, click in, delete. Let's see what happens. Oh, it works. See, this is how it is. Now it works, right? Here is so much fun. This is the textures. These are the textures, right?
Yeah.
And you navigate the textures through up and down.
You say it works because it's actually, you can see the whole box now.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
Without the whole box, Ray, these OK, up, down, abort, gone.
Right.
You can't
Yeah.
save it right.
So
Well,
what
there's
I've
not-
been doing as a workaround is to look at the textures before I open up the God engine and write down their names so I can just type them in, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm
I
going
don't-
to one.
I don't know how
Look
much
here,
time we
block
have.
33, block
Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
No,
they're
I don't
cool.
like those. Let's go to brick 11. Oh, that's kind of fun.
Didn't hear you,
Down
Grant.
Well, I was just hoping that we could do a real quick 5 minutes just to address Kevin's question.
You want me to change the height of something? Yeah, on
Yeah.
the floor?
Yeah.
Great.
In
Just for the sake of it here, I'm going to make, just to finish this off, I'm going
Oh,
to put a
that's cool.
carpet.
That's
I'm
cool.
going to do this horribly awful carpet.
Oh, no, don't. No.
Okay, all right. This is even worse.
That's even better.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, man, shit. Oh, wait. Oh, how about that one? We're just going to we're going to leave it. It's going to be
Popcorn.
awful. It's going to hurt our eyes. And we hit OK. And you'll see carpet 23 is now the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. All right. So for Kevin, really quick. Ready? Kevin, here we go. We're going to go and create or add a new domain, right?
Okay.
It's going to be 9, right? Domain 9. Kevin, you need to, you don't need to. Let's do it
Fred,
this
can
way.
we do it from the other, can we do it from Gorby's Wars?
Sure, let's do that so people can,
Thank
so
you.
great. Let's get out of here then. Right on. Good idea.
Sorry, Fred.
No, it's cool. Yes, I'm going to quit. I'll fix all this stuff I ruined later. All right, out of here. Yes. All right, out. Back up to these. Here's the God, right? Here's the wiggy file. Double click. Solo.
We are seeing that. That's good.
So, Kevin, in
Yes.
order to... Whoa, the music.
In the lava again.
Tell you, it wears me out. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to go here. It doesn't matter. You don't have to necessarily stand in the front of the thing you want to work on.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, like, don't even ask me how he has the cameras pivoting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Where that's
Very
in another
cool.
universe right now. So let's go to the editor. All right. So what we're going to do, Kevin, is we're going to go to the domain. Let's just choose one of them. He has 26 domains.
Okay.
Crap. All right.
Basically
to
means
navigate the domain.
Basically means rooms.
Yeah. Domains. And also, if you get the Garby's book, one of the things you'll have to reprogram, I had to reprogram my brain to do, is that he uses regions and domains interchangeably. And at first it can be confusing because where's the region? There's no region. Everything region, it means domain. Domain means region, region means domain. So if you follow the instructions in the book, that's was painful. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to get to one of these, Kevin, this bridge we're standing on, okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's pile through the domains until one of those lights up.
Okay, so we're searching through domains.
I'm just going
to
down
see
arrow,
which
down
one
arrow. There we
lights
are,
up.
down arrow. See?
Now we're on
Okay.
the
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's domain 19. And you see his textures, GBM metal 08, GBM metal 08. As above, so below on this one, right? The texture on the floor here is also the texture underneath. But what EJ has done here, Kevin and everybody, first of all, it's an R box. We'll talk about R boxes next time we get together.
You can't
right?
really see the ceiling texture though. I can't see it. I see walls.
You're
and
standing
it's-
on the ceiling texture. Because
Okay.
this box is how high? It's at 0. The ceiling is at 0. Just
Oh,
don't think of
okay.
this as a room. Think
I
of it
see.
as a box.
Wow.
Because it's an R box. So this platform that we're walking on that looks like it's made out of, iron metal with rivets, right? This is an R box. Right? So Kevin's asking how to raise the floor, right?
Okay.
So in this floor, the reason we can, the ceiling is at 0 and the floor is below 0, minus 16. So it's 16 pixels high, but the 16 pixels are beneath our feet instead of above our feet. So in order to change this higher, I'm going to put this at, just so it's really easy to see, I'm going to put this at 32, and I'm going to put the ceiling, wait. It won't let me edit it.
Yeah, I was
There
able-
it is.
I was able to mess with the walls, but
You can mess with the wall, but see, that's what I was saying before. Don't. It's not. Maybe not you. It might be that the engine isn't allowing us to do certain things yet,
Oh,
or
well,
maybe.
Well, technically, I mean, because I was just playing with the walls and pulling them over and deleting them. That was all fine. But the platform you're actually standing on right now, there's no way to just move that
It
over.
doesn't
or
seem
anything.
so. Let's try
Okay.
another one.
So that's
Just for fun.
technically called the floor right there. The platform is considered the floor. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
Mhm.
And,
So here we go. So let's see if we can just change this for a second over
And
here.
can you just show us how to move a wall also?
Sure. Ready? Well, let's move. So we need to go to walls. Let's just pull one out. Ready? I'm going to select this one, and I'm just going to pull.
You're holding
So
on
this is-
left click, you're holding it down.
Right click.
Right click, hold it down. Okay.
Yeah, right click, make it skinny, pull it here, pull it here. Again, notice how the lines are on the inside of the square or rectangle, right?
Yeah.
And then how do we see what that looks like once we've done that?
Okay, let's make it really dramatic so we can, let's make it super big. What the heck? All right, save, load, exit, yes. There it is. Look at this one.
Oh,
Turn all the way
Cool.
around. What?
There it is. There's the one that we did not touch.
Okay.
Whoa! I fell in the water almost.
boy.
And there we
Ooh, so
go.
hot.
See how it's much larger?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so you
Alt
drag the wall
E.
by left clicking and dragging.
Left
I'm going to
click
do it
and
again,
drag.
right? So
Oh,
right
right-click
click,
it.
see how it's blue?
Yep,
Yeah. Drag it.
drag it.
So the lava automatically got extended?
Yes. Good observation. And the wall
So-
pattern, see how the texture on the wall also extended without you having to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So that lava, is that considered a floor or what is that?
Well,
How
let's
does that-
see. Let's
how
go
does it get
back to let's go to that domain and take a look.
Oh,
So here's the domain. We just, so what's the floor ceiling texture? None, because you're working, well, let's not even don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later. What's the floor texture? Lava 1A.
Oh my gosh.
hmm.
And again, the floor is minus 64 and the ceiling height is 384.
Hmm.
And don't worry, I don't even know what this effect is yet. RTA, GSW, I don't know.
And
I don't know.
Each domain you go into, all those numbers might change a little bit.
That's right. Let's look. Yep. Oh, that's a wall. Sorry. Saw the wrong button.
And one last question. If I remember right in House and Tree, if you really got in trouble, you just wanted to start completely over, I think you would basically reinstall House and Tree.
No, I would just, if you want to do it here, let's look at it a different way. I prefer seeing rather than talking. Hold on one second. Let me show you something. All right. So for example,
Like say I've already saved something, like
Yeah,
basically, if I
cool.
messed up the orb, I've already saved something.
right on. If we go to Goddgames, I'm working here. I'm actually working in House 3. That's what I used, Kevin, right?
Mhm.
So here's House 3, the orb. But I don't use that. I've made my own orbs, right? From 1, from 2, from 3 through 6, right? So if you blow up an orb, just simply make a new orb, right?
What do you
Sorry,
mean?
what was your question?
All right, say let's like a real example. I've messed around so much, I guess, in God Wars, one we were just in,
Mhm.
right? If I just want to blast that, do you think in theory would I just reinstall WGGE?
Sure,
And
sure.
that should do it? Just
It'll do everything. Just
like
start from
delete-
scratch.
delete WGE, the
No.
one I messed
No,
up.
no, no.
and then
That's the engine, Kevin. Delete the
Right.
orb.
But I have it from the zip. I couldn't just put it back in.
Sure, doesn't matter. Just overwrite everything and start
Okay,
over.
you just pull it over, start over, overwrite, and you get a
Yeah.
brand new orb that way.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay,
All right.
so
That's why you need the backup.
override, just drag it over. It'll override all the over the
And everything will be fine. That's why there's very little we can do to mess up because you just start over.
Yeah. All right.
And then there
Blow
was
up the orb.
the only other thing. Do you ever change the name of the thing that you're saving or something?
Yeah, I do.
Would also confuse me a
So
lot.
here, let's do this real quick. So,
I gotta
for
check. I
example-
gotta check on something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go here. We're
Yeah.
gonna open up Froom 5. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to work on this one, right, Grant? Oh, am I
Okay.
still sharing screen? Yes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go into the editor. Yeah, see, there's the regions with no walls because I've messed everything up here. Doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, hit delete, right? No, let's not do it that way. That's my way of doing it. Never mind.
You're gonna
So I'm gonna
override it?
create a new one. New, right? I'm going to erase my beautiful orb. Yes. Now we're just at 0. We're gonna start again. Look, everything is at 0. But notice what's happening with my engine. You see, I don't have these. This is bad. I don't have any. It's blank, right?
Yeah.
This is bad. This is a problem.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to get out. Yes. And escape. Yes.
If
I
you
don't know if
had-
it's because of Zoom. This is a new issue, right?
Okay. It could be, yeah. But if you had named it Froome 6
Mm-hmm.
and saved it, it would continue to, Froome 5 would still exist.
Yes, it's
Right.
That's why I was trying to have fun with it, but because we
Okay.
ran into trouble, it makes it sound super dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, your orb's gonna go away. No, you're gonna start number 6 or number 7, and when you open it up, you're gonna see 1 is still there, 2 is still there,
Okay.
3 is still there. Even though it sounds very threatening, it isn't.
Okay.
Well, as long as you have saving, like you say, all along, whatever you saved last, that's what's going to still remain, right?
Yep, you got it.
So,
And we're not that far away. Also, so we have 4 people left. Everybody else took off, right? I couldn't see who was here, who wasn't. If
Is
you want
Kathleen still here?
textures, like I'm the drug dealer here. Watch.
we have 11 people here.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I can give you textures because I saved everything from 2009. So if you run out of textures or you get bored with textures, I can help you with
Very cool.
textures. So here, Goddgames, no, other one, sorry, God Stuff. This is stuff from Grant. This will take you down. There you go. There's your Z's, remember?
Yeah.
So I have textures I can give you, send you, but when you get there, I can give you a bunch of textures.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like them too.
I just want to do one thing. I want to make sure that Kathleen's question got answered and
Which
that
is?
she's
Repeat.
good. She did not have a player
a
when
model
she opened
to-
up.
Well, that
Yeah.
was the WG2 file that probably needed to be read.
I tried to move it, but I don't know. I do have both the war and the maze, and I'm not sure where I'm moving it or because it's still not working.
WGM2. That
Okay.
goes into your,
So
let's
let's see.
see.
How could we go about this?
it goes right into your God folder. Is that where you
Yeah.
put it?
Well, I put it in my God folder, but I think my God folder was the maze. So I'm a bit confused between my war and my maze games because I have both and they're all in the same folder. Maybe I should separate them. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what we're dealing with. A
Yeah.
bunch of us are dealing with this, like, because we now have 4 different orbs rather than just the one. So Kevin, you were missing the player in the maze, the artist maze, or in the...
Yeah, I basically WGM2 was not in that folder at all. I had to make sure it was in there. I think I extracted it actually into the WGM folder, the one that doesn't have the 2 beside it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I just had to make sure I actually had the WGM2 actually in that God folder.
It should be in the WGM.
No, you want them separate, the WGM and the WGM2. That's
Yeah,
what
two-
originally was said.
2 separate folders.
Yeah.
I had them separate.
Okay, and they're both, if you don't mix up the engines, if you just keep it in that God folder to use this war engine, I guess it's called. Is that what it's called?
Well,
God Wars or something.
okay, you know the one Prime? That's the maze, right? Prime is the
Yes,
maze?
yeah, the maze is in that
That's
folder.
the artist maze. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
So
prime.
where is my engine in the war game? That's where, I don't know which,
Do you have a folder that you've called War Games?
no,
No,
I'm so
everything's
No, you
in
lost.
don't,
God,
because
right?
you shouldn't, that I know of. You just call it God, G-O-D-D.
Well,
And-
I called Prime God,
Right, okay.
Okay,
but that's the maze.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
but that
So-
same God folder is where you're going to also install the, you're going to unzip the God Wars files into that same GODD folder.
So GODD runs for both the war and the maze?
Yes,
Oh.
the wars adds more stuff into that GODD folder. Am I correct with this?
Yeah.
I'm kind of guessing, but it kind of automatically will overwrite things, and it'll kind of ignore what it doesn't need to reinstall, and it'll add stuff that's not there.
Okay, so I did put WGM2 into God and it still didn't work.
Did you have to reload or anything, Kevin, or did you have to?
Yeah, have you tried to run the game and it didn't work? Can you screen share? Can we see that folder maybe?
Yes, it.
Let me try here. Share screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll start from scratch.
Okay.
I have it saved here. So this is my God. Oh no, wait.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that looks right.
looks pretty good.
And so this is the war. Mine's slow, so it just takes a second. Do you see that?
The game's
Yep.
not quite loaded yet for
Yeah, it's
me, but
not.
It's on its way to loading. No?
Yeah, it's on its way, or
yeah,
it didn't have the name, the
There you
words
go.
come up or
Oh.
anything.
Do you see it now?
it's just a frozen screen for me. It's not actually loaded yet.
Maybe I have to re-share like you did before.
Why don't you
Possibly,
open
yeah.
it and then share, Kathleen?
Okay, I'll try that. So go back over here.
Could be that your WGGE file was changed.
Oh, sorry. It's okay.
Really, it's fine. Take your time.
Now I can't figure out how to, oh, here, stop share. There we go. So I'll try this again. Share. This one. Share. Oh, there. Do you see that?
Yeah. we
Yeah.
See those,
Yes.
we can see it
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
without
And
your
my-
person.
My person's gone, but the things will still attack me. Oh,
Right.
Well, I think that this is the view. This is the view
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, but the
Right.
person, her character's not there.
Right.
Oh, wait a
There
minute.
might be a way to change the view so we're getting the view straight from the eyes as opposed
Yeah, that's what my
just
view is.
above.
That's the same one I have.
Kathleen, on your WGGE file, can you see how many kilobytes it is?
Fred, is there a
Uh,
way to change the view? Like, can you go from first person to third person?
If you can, I have no clue.
Let's look in those
Oh.
two folders to see what's in there when you screen share.
okay. So I'll try that. Messed up where I saved.
3242. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Kathleen, I had the same problem, and I think Kevin had the same problem. And what I did is I just reinstalled everything again, and it was fine.
Okay, I'll try that.
I just, unzipped it. I just went, all right, this isn't, I did something wrong. I don't know what it is. So let's just delete and reinstall it. That's what I did, and it worked. And I saw Kevin put on Facebook that he had the same problem, but before I could find the solve, I just reinstalled.
Could you click
Yeah.
on your WGM2 file folder there?
Let's see what's in it.
Open that up. Oh, wow. WGM2. Wow. Okay.
Huh. Wow, I don't know if all that's in mine or not.
No, the one thing I have in mind, because I didn't install the God Wars part yet. I only have 6 files in mine.
Okay.
Yeah. God
Yeah.
Wars has a load of stuff
Yeah.
in it. It's got
Yeah.
armor
Yeah.
dropping and
Yeah.
health
Yeah.
potions dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Fred said, I think you may just have to start completely over, maybe.
No harm, no foul.
But that's
Yeah.
weird.
Just a
But
little
on
time.
my view in God Wars is the same as hers. I'm in first person.
Well, let me see if I'm in first person, maybe.
Yeah, let's just make sure that that is not a third person view. It
Hold
might
on, let
just be a
me
first
go.
person view.
Let's see what happens.
Should I stop sharing now?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
might,
see if I have a
might be
character or
fine.
not too.
the,
I know in the maze one
maze-
I had a character, but
Yes.
I haven't even paid attention because
The maze
my
has a
problems,
character.
Kathleen, were in the maze.
Yeah, the maze has a character, but for me, the
No, I have a
God-
character.
You do?
Sorry. Yeah, I
Okay.
have a character. I have
Oh.
somebody to walk inside of.
Wow.